rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. Alhamdulillah, I am, with the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I don't know, not only do I not know if you're going to understand, but I don't even know if you're going to agree with it. But it's about bullying, and I've talked about it a lot. I've touched upon it, but I haven't really discussed what I thought was wrong with bullying, what is bullying. And to me, I think there's a huge misconception about bullying. I remember in school, they would have people come into our classrooms and they would talk to us about bullying, and they would talk to us about not doing the extremes, taking lunch money, shoving someone against the wall, stuff like that. But I have to say that bullying it's a lot more hidden than it is visible. So, for me, I think people that are not bullies can exhibit bully behavior. And for me, what my opinion of bullying is anything that intentionally harms another human being, or anything that intentionally embarrasses a human being. For example, and this is probably not going to be characterized as bullying by so many people, but for me, this is a bully. This is what a bully does. I know some people, there will be a group of people and there will be one person that's sitting there, an additional person or whatever. And the friends are just looking at each other like this and like this, purposely trying to make that person feel uncomfortable. That's a bully to me. There's no question about it. When somebody goes home at the end of an event or something and they're not happy because of the way they were treated, it's because other people are essentially bullying them. Making fun, mocking someone else. That's another form of bullying, and that's something people think they're just joking. No, if that person is hurt by it, then you shouldn't be mocking anyone else. And I actually have another, and sometimes it's innocent. It's innocent too, a lot of the times. Okay, no, bullying is not innocent. But I'll give you an example. Sometimes someone will make a joke and they'll crack a joke and everybody starts laughing at them. But maybe that person is joking. But as long as the other side is hurt, then you just exhibited a bully-like behavior, and you don't want to do that. And for me, I just think that it's time we stop. I think it's time we stopped acting like we don't know what we're doing is wrong, and we start respecting one another. And I'm telling you, it's not extreme. These aren't extreme things. These are little things. But when these little things pile up and they happen continuously and that can cause serious damage to the person that's being affected. And I always say this, and I mean it, is that we always need to uplift one another. We shouldn't be tarnishing on one another, I know in school there was this girl, and she would have 2-3 friends. And this is actual bullying. This isn't what I'm talking about right now, the subtext or whatever. No. She would follow me in the hallway and she would shout at me. And she would say all these horrible things to me in this very like scary tone in the middle of the hallway while school is running and there are teachers and whatever. And one time this girl was like following me and she kept shouting these things. And I have to tell you, I don't remember what she was saying at all. But what I do remember was, in those movies that there's like a car chase or whatever, and they like have to hide in an alley or something, and then that person like just keeps going ahead, like the chaser just keeps going. Well, this kind of happened to me, and she just kept shouting at me, and in the end I just went into like my English class and I was crying and I was trying to get away from her and her friends that were bullying. And first of all, to me, everyone in that hallway, because they supported that bully, is a bully themselves. I kid you not. If you, how could you do that? How could you just allow someone to go through that ridicule and not say anything? And when I went to talk to my teacher, no, I didn't go talk to her. Alhamdulillah, she saw me and she came and she was like, "Are you okay?" And she was really concerned about my well-being and stuff like that. And she's like, "I'm going to talk to the assistant principal." And that honestly made me feel good, because I'm like, if I go and talk to the principal, nobody's going to believe me. Or something like that. I don't know. So I never really, spoke up about it. And so I went up to her like a few days later, this teacher, and I was like, "Did you talk to the principal?" She's like, "Yeah, I did." I was like, I didn't see anything happen. To me, the assistant principal is a bully. I mean, I think I don't know, maybe it's not the case, but I feel like as human beings, we've exhibited this nasty, like culture around us that's just mean to one another. And it's like, we don't even care, like, if it happens. And there's an experiment, and it's proven that like I forgot the number and the logistics, but basically like, there was a girl that was publicly being raped, and probably like a handful of people spoke up. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It really is. I don't know. And I think a part of me, I talked about the ability to apologize. This girl never apologized. And she never even thought about apologizing. And in fact, her method of apology was just to come and talk to me like she was my friend. That was her apology. And for me, it was like, it just, for me, it just festered so much. And I could only fake being her friend for not her friend, but just someone nice to her for so long, that one day I just popped. And I just, and there was no more salam and no more anything. So like recently I saw this person at like a Eid thing, and I went up to her and I hugged her and whatever. And it felt hard. It felt really hard, because it's like, in the end, didn't get my apology. I didn't get anything. But you know what? When you, and this has to do with, like, if you can apologize, if you can mend a bridge between two people, I believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has His reward for you. And, inshallah, He really did, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did really, really, really bless me that Eid. I mean, He really did. I had probably the best Eid that I've ever had. And maybe it was because of that. Maybe it was from, like, Hikam Rabna. I'm not trying to end bullying. I mean, I wish I could. But I'm not. Right now, I'm not trying to end bullying. People that follow me, even if it's a small number. And all I have to say to those people are, I'm talking to you. I'm not talking to the rest of the world. you now know from a bully what if I'm not a bully, from someone that's been bullied, what you can do to avoid making someone. And like I said, these aren't things that bullies do. Like in the beginning of my video, I talked about things that probably happen all the time. You don't have to be a bully to exhibit these behaviors. And you really don't make an excuse for yourself. Don't do something to hurt someone else, because you have no idea what you're adding to. And you don't understand, like, someone that's being mistreated, they're not going to take this small thing and only think about that. They're going to think about this. They're going to think about the last time they saw you. They're going to think about whoever, and then they're going to feel hopeless, and they're going to be like, everyone treats me this way. Nobody respects me. Nobody loves me. And that, their thoughts can go in very dark, scary places. And do you know how you can avoid all of this? It's just be nice. Just smile. And you know, I mean, like, I'm talking about avoiding bullying, but I think we need to not just do that. We need to go the extra mile, find somebody that's sitting by themselves, talk to them, make everyone feel welcome. Because at the end of the day, we are an ummah, and we have to be an ummah together, and we have to love one another, and we have to cherish one another. We really do. And I think this toxicity needs to stop. And we need to find it in our hearts to love each other and to be good to each other and to support one another. And, you know, all you can do is control your actions. All you can do is control how you treat other people. I always say this, and I wish I didn't. And I wish we can control the other side, but we can't. So we can control ourselves. We can control how we behave with others. And you know, I just think that we need to work on just being better people, guys. Being better people. Think about Syria and what's happening in Syria, and imagine that Bashar al-Assad is the president, the standing president. Not just that, but he has basically, not everyone, but most of the people left in that country still support him. Imagine. That's where humanity is. Disgusting. Imagine all the supporters that Donald Trump had when he was running for office, and that he actually won. And it's like, when is the light bulb gonna light up in our heads and be like, there's something wrong? Humanity needs to change. I need to change. Because we know that in order to change the world, we have to change ourselves. You know? And so I just ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us better people. To make us better people, to soften our hearts, to filter our hearts from hasad and ghadab and hatred, and to allow honesty and genuineness into our hearts. I ask that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to see something and fix it. Whether with our tongues, first with our hands. If not with our hands, then with our hearts. With our tongues. If not with our tongues, then with our hearts. I ask that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the strength and the courage, but give us the wisdom to know right from wrong. أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. اللهم ثبت قلوبنا يا أرحم الراحمين وانصرنا على القوم الظالمين يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم عافنا واعف عنا وتقبل منا وسامحنا. اللهم أنت الغفور الرحيم. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope to see you soon.